What the is going on, everybody? I'm with my co-host Steve. My name is Sal, and we are with the Delco Survivor Season 2, the second jury member, and the first ever mother to be on a Delco Survivor game. Give it up for a true badass Ashley. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, guys.
Welcome.
Happy to be here, but not because that means I'm out.
It happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna just get right into it. We were talking right before the show started. Very upset that we saw you on here. I just gotta ask off the rip here. Are we always drinking our coffee black? Like, give us the rundown here.
It is so funny that this was so highlighted because I am always drinking my coffee black. I mean, truly, if sometimes I'll splash some oat milk in there, and if it's cold, I'll drink iced coffee black. Sometimes splash some oat milk in that too, but it is freaking black coffee. I mean, why do we have to jazz it up? There's no reason to. No reason to jazz this coffee up. And at that moment, I think I just needed some hot black coffee in general. It's always hot black for me. Always hot black.
Well, we'll make sure to ask Heather when she is inevitably on the show at some point this year.
She went hard, hard.
She was shell shocked. Now, okay, now, follow up question: did we give her a sip of your said black coffee?
Heather had that sip, and she loved that sip. Everyone went hard on me. I mean, I think Jazzy was going hard. Everyone was going hard on me with this hot black, and I was like, and when I said it, I was like so casual, like Chris,
Yeah.
like you don't need to wait for my order. Like I want a hot black coffee and 2 glazed donuts. It's as simple as you can get. I don't want any cream in my donut. I just want a glazed donut. I'm hungry. I'm tired. Make it simple. And I said it, and then it was just like whoosh, everyone, and I was like, oh my god, I just lost alliances in that one order. It was just crazy,
It's
crazy
all
talk.
these young bucks, you know.
Yeah, and they all want the creamers and like the holly jolly stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
just coming in hot. And you know what? That next morning, they were they were happy to have the hot black coffee.
Yeah, people
Coffee.
of our age, Ashley, they don't get the simpler things in life, you know.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
talking to Ashley last week, and she was complaining about how old she's getting, and I was like, I'm older than you, right? She's like, no, no shot. So I said, how old do you think I am? She's like,
Pretty sure.
29.
Yeah, literally 29. I was like, what?
I'll be 37 in February.
You guys don't
Freaking-
seem a day over 29. Both of you.
I'll take it.
Speaking of putting a target on your back with the coffee, we saw Jazzy give you that pillow. Does that kind of like during the look at your face. You even okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you were you even like, why are you giving me this? Like WTF? Like what's happening here?
So like I knew like I had been the middle person, right? Like forever at
Oh yeah,
this
you're the
point.
VIP
And
for like three straight
yeah,
votes.
and I knew going into the merge, I was like in the car, like on the way to like the merge, I was like one, I was just freezing cold and I was like, I'm so tired. I don't want to be here. I'm so done. I'm tired of like this game. And then when I got out of the car, I was like, well, game on. Like here we are. Like we're all meshing, like we're here together. And at that point I was full turtles, like OG turtles, and it really I don't even know why we say OG turtles. I'm like the only one that's left on the other side, so just turtles basically me, and I needed them to trust me. Like they already were going into merge. Like, are we with that? Like, does Ashley have our back, or is she going to go back? And then Jazzy giving me that pillow. I wanted to be like, oh, you can have two. Like, yeah. But I was like, no, I can't do that because like that's a bigger target. But like me taking it, I think you can even see in the footage. Like I was like, thank you. Like an awkward, like, holy shit, Jazzy, you just effed up my whole game. Because now these turtles are like, oh, she's going back. And like my mind was like I was like, you just really, really took one on
And
me.
you have that whole night in the tent to just spiral.
literally spiral all night long. I didn't sleep 1 second of it, not 1 second. I got out of that tent. We were I think by the time we laid down, it was like 2 AM, like
Oh my
2:15.
god.
Oh,
It was like everyone was, like, hanging out after, like, the, auction. Everyone was like, "Oh, let's build a campfire," and I'm like, "Why?" Like, I am freaking tired.
let's go to
Um,
bed.
yeah, so we're, like, all sitting at the campfire, and I wish there was, like, there might have been footage, but I'm sitting with my pillow, my blanket, and, like, my bag, and I'm just standing. I, like, refused to sit because I was like, "Can we all just get up and go to bed?" Like,
Yeah.
I think I sat there, it felt like a century, but, like, for at least, like, 30 minutes, and then finally people started, like, trickling out, but you didn't wanna be the first one out because, like, what if they started talking, right? Like, so
Yeah.
it was like a
Oh my
mind
god, yeah.
it was a mind game, and so, like, I was, like, waiting it out, and then, yeah, we went to the tent, and everyone just, like, it seemed like fell asleep immediately. I don't know these people, like, how did they just sleep like that with strangers outside? And, like, I wasn't cold, I was fine. I'm from Kansas, I've slept in tents, I'm cool. But it was, like, the snoring and, like, my insomnia and, like, the you're just replaying the day and, like, I don't even know how anyone fell asleep. They are just woo, they meditate, because I think if I wish to God there was a camera on us all night just kept catching random stuff because Heather was outside the tent, like, in, like, the little crawl space, that's where she slept, in our big tent, because there wasn't room for her to fit, so she was, like, in the when you leave the big tent, there's a crawl space to then get out again. She was in the crawl space, and I had to, like, crawl over her 7 times. I don't know how she slept through any of it.
Oh my god.
Between, like, 2 AM to 5 AM, I got out of that tent, like, 7 times.
To do what? To just, like, walk around and just
I went to the
putz around?
bathroom, and then I walked around the tents, like, 700 times in a row.
Oh
Now
my
you
god.
had a golden opportunity to catch Buddy walking around looking for his idol. Did you cross paths with him at all?
I didn't. Oh my god, he must have done that so early on. I didn't. Oh my god, that would've been so great, but no,
Busted.
I was up literally all night long, and then at one point I sat up, and I don't even remember, I think I was, like, just daydreaming in space, and then I happened to, like, come to, and, like, Jordan was sitting up on the other side of the tent looking at me, and I was like, like, 'cause I didn't know how long he had been looking at me, and I was like, "I'm so awkward." So I was like, "Can't sleep," you know?
Did he wave
And
back?
yes, yeah, so I was like, "Let's go." Like, I'm, like, whispering, like, "Fire," and so I, like, started to try to do the fire, and then Jordan, like, manhandled the fire for me, and thank God, because we would have probably all started on fire. I was like, "Ooh," like,
Thank you
with
for
the
your
fire.
service, Jordan.
Yeah, yeah. So wild, so wild.
Oh. Now, I'm pretty sure I know I don't remember if it was in one of the clips in this last episode, but I'm pretty sure I remember a video coming from you, whether it was Becca's Snapchat or something, overnight with Danny just sounding the alarm in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I, like, ended up, like, because I was like, "People aren't gonna believe me." Like, there's no cameras on me, but I didn't sleep one mother effing second. So, at one point, I'm just, like, videoing. I'm like, "These people are ruthless." I was so internally mad. I was like I was going off.
Oh my
And I
god.
need sleep. Like, if you know me, I need sleep. Like, I don't fool around with sleep. Like,
What time's our bedtime usually?
Oh, so, like, I mean, now with kids, like, I mean, I try to go to bed by 9. I don't sleep all night, though, so I do have, like, insomnia and all of that, so, like, I probably sleep, like, roughly 4 hours a night, but, like, that's 4 hours, not 0, and
Yeah, I mean,
also
9 to
all
2 is a big difference.
yeah, and, like, also, like, on a normal day, I'm not doing challenges all day long and
True.
not eating, and, like in the sun, I don't do well in the heat either, so people that know me, when I get hot, I just die. So, I was just not. I was unwell.
Oh my god. And
It was
it,
sad.
it seems like you at least were plugged in and you're like there we're still in a game, you're still thinking overnight while everybody else is snoozing, you're planning out the
Yeah,
next steps. So, I mean,
I
you were at
think
least
that
locked in.
I mean, I think that I am. I don't even know. It's so funny watching back because I'm like, oh my God, I was that smart to say that. I
Well,
don't
of
even
all
know
the
what I
people
was
that
doing
got
at the
swap screwed, you lasted the longest. So
I know that swap was hard. That was really hard.
yeah, it was tough. But on day one, you did win an immunity challenge, and I remember it fondly because we got to drive around together. I was your chauffeur for the day, basically. Um, do you think that was the beginning of this extra large target on you for apparently being a comp beast, according to everyone?
Yeah, so, like, kudos to Steve because he filmed me the whole time. If there was a camera on me, it was Steve. So he had to deal with all of my nonchalant, me climbing through the bushes looking for idols. I mean, I was literally a psychopath. And there was many times I was like, "Am I doing this right?"
She was like,
Like,
just tell me where it is. And I'm like, I want to,
He's like,
but I can't.
It was so awful. And I'm a talker, so like Steve's videoing me like trying to not like get me to talk to him, and I'm like, "Oh, how's your day?" But yeah, I it was so I went into the game very much like I know I'm gonna be the oldest, probably the only mom. I don't know the other people coming in, right? At this point, I didn't know the cast when I said I wanted to be in the game. And I really just wanted to like prove myself. Like, I can do this. I still got this in me, like mentality. Like I mean, literally in college, I played like a campus wide capture the flag. Like I was late to my college classes because I was stuck because someone got the flag from me and I was in jail, like flag jail. So like this like I'm very competitive, even if I'm not good at it, I like to pretend I'm good at it. So growing up, I've always been like that. So I went into the game like, I'm going to try my hardest, whether I look like an asshole or I like actually do good. Cool. So when I and also I have my girls watching, so I was like, I really want to like show them that like mommy can do something and not just like make them dinner, right? So I like when I won that immunity, I it was like cutthroat. Like I had Bree and Rosie next to me. Bree was talking to me, like you heard us like talking, which was like also kind of putting me off my game a little bit. Um,
talking
but
what? Like
mostly
about the numbers or just like
like
about game?
oh, just like, are you even seeing these numbers? Like, this is
So like
it was
small
like,
talk.
yeah, like nothing like about game, but it was just like, how are we even doing this basically? And a lot of people don't know I'm dyslexic too, so it was a harder challenge for me to try to get the dominoes lined up in order. And it's funny, it's not shown, but I think it was the first 1 through 20. I had it, and before I left to go get the next bunch, I looked up and I said check. I thought that we all had to be checked before we went to get the next bag.
Oh.
Yeah, so, because Chris said you have to get them all in order before you get the next. So in my head, I thought I had to say check, they check and then go, and so I said check, no one was coming, and then I was like, "Well, everybody else is running." So, then I started running. I was like, "Here I am. I'm like, I'm running." But, you see me, like, going through it m multiple times, and that's because I get mixed up, like, so I went through it, and I had Rosie next to me, and I knew she was, like, seconds from, like, calling it.
Oh,
So I was trying to go through my last row, and I checked it, like, maybe one more time over, and I just said, "Check." I was like, I know she's, like, close, so I was like, "Ah," like, "Check my game, I'm done," and thank God they were in order, but Rosie was, like, literally, like, a split second from and calling it, and
that
it was great to win, like, it was great. In that moment, my adrenaline was like, "Oh, oh," and then, like, after I won and I realized, like, "Holy shit. Oh my god." And then I had realized I have to go to the other tribe. And so, like, the other tribe has me, and now this tribe has me, and, like, it was very challenging after that. I
Super
felt
nerve
like,
wracking.
yeah.
You don't know what's going on back at camp.
I no idea. And that's the thing, like Steve saw, so I had to go to the turtle camp and I was there for like 20, 25 minutes trying to like get any information.
Oh, is that how long it was? It seemed like you were there like in and out like 5 minutes.
Well, they had
It
to
was like
walk, so we had to wait
yes.
for them to get there before Ashley could roll up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you drove her.
Yeah, I just drove her down the street because I knew we had to drive to the other camp when we were done anyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But, like, I was sitting there, but, like, when I was internally there, my mind was on, "What the hell is going on at my camp?" Because regardless, we won, but we had to vote out. Someone was being voted out even though we won, and I didn't know that was our first tribal, so I was like, "Where are people's heads at?" Like, I had no idea. So, like, the whole time I was at Turtle, they weren't giving me information, and that whole time I was like, "I don't wanna be here. I need to be with my group because what is happening?" And so I got very little information. Really, like, the only information was Chris saying he might be on the chopping block, which is what kind of ultimately made my decision on giving the necklace to Becca, um, because she was the leader and it was very obvious. She was like the kind of like the leader point over there. She was my friend and it could be an alliance in the long run. And at that point, I was like, if Chris is coming to me and like risking himself to come to me and tell me he's on the chopping block, like he's going, and I don't need to save like anyone else. Like Chris going if Chris is going, he's come to me. I'm not giving him the necklace. I'll just give it to Becca. That's my safe option. Because if I give it to Becca, it's not going to put a target on me because the turtles are friends with Becca and that wasn't their option. It's not going to screw up their game. Like literally that was
Wow, and you got all that in 10 minutes, 15 minutes of being there? Like,
Of
it,
okay,
nobody telling her anything, by the way.
I'm still
literally
hung
no.
up on you being dyslexic and doing the number tiles challenge. What the
I
actual hell is happening? You don't see that on your face. There's no like dismay on your face when you're at the other tribe. There, you're just like, so what's everyone talking about? Like, there is you are poker. You got to play in a poker tournament.
It was bad. I mean, I think if you rewatch it, you see me flipping my dominoes quite often. I was like making space and trying to flip around. Like that was like I was spacing them out so I could move them around, knowing that it was gonna be a challenge to get them in
Wow.
the right order as quick as I can. Yeah, it was hard, but yeah, that was probably like the hardest moment for me. Oh, not the hardest moment. Probably the second hardest moment in the game was that moment of well, actually going back to camp, and I walked back to camp, and I had 5 seconds with my team. I literally got back to camp, they pulled me for confessionals. I said, "What's going on?" Carrie was trying to secretly tell me something, and I was like, "Carrie, my mind is not working. You can't secret this. You just gotta tell me." And she wasn't
Yeah, just
telling
tell 'em.
me. She was still being like around the corner. I was like, "I don't know." And then someone said to me, "It's Carrie," and I was like, "Cool, okay, I don't even know, I don't wanna know, I'm just gonna do it." Like, I don't so, luckily, like, I went and it was just everyone voted Carrie, so it wasn't like an issue for me, but there was no verbiage, and then we left that and we went to swap. It was a
A
lot.
nightmare.
I mean,
Yeah.
so for everyone watching, I guess if I'm counting correctly, you're 25 at that camp with a confessional in like 10, 15. I mean, this is under an hour. You want a competition. Bing, bang, boom to both tribes. Try to get information. Your head's in a blender. Oh, and on top of it, there's another challenge in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
and, like, when I got back to my camp too, like, my main like, on the drive back, I was thinking like, "Oh, when I get back to camp, like, clearly they're gonna pull me for confessional. I also have to pee." Like, I had to pee. And I was like, "But I can't miss any of this. I need to know who's the vote out." But I also was trying to I kinda knew I was gonna save Becca because she was more of the leader over there, so she wasn't gonna be a vote out, I wasn't gonna screw them over in the long run. That was my main goal. If some reason I landed on a majority turtle, I didn't wanna pick someone that was like, "Wow, you just screwed us," and someone that we didn't wanna go win, right? Becca was also could have been an alliance for me, so I was like, I planned on saving her, but then I truly wanted to hear other people's thoughts on my team, like, who they thought I should go with, because clearly I'm full turkey. So I want them to be in agreeance with who I save, and I had no time for that. There was no time for discussion. When we went to tribal, like Chris said it like, "Do you know who you're voting out?" And that was an honest answer. I was like, or "Do you know who you're saving with the necklace?" And that was an honest answer. I was like, "I have no f***ing clue. Like, what's happening? What's happening?" I
Uh,
wanted to like throw the necklace into the torch and be like, "I'm done."
Now, speaking of Chris, when we had him on recently, he mentioned that you had to do something special to get onto the show because your original plans had changed. Can you enlighten us with what
Hey,
happened?
what? What happened?
Yeah. So I had heard so I was watching Survivor season 1 with Charlie, my daughter. We were really into it. And she didn't know anyone, but we saw like Becca in the background and stuff, and she knew Chris from Coco, so she was so into it. We were both watching, and Becca had mentioned in our group chat that there might be a spot open for girls, and I was like, "Yo, I'm in." You know? Like, there wasn't even a thought. I was like, "I need to talk to my husband to make sure he's around to, like, watch the kids all weekend," but, like, I'm in. So I said yes, and then all of a sudden, Chris came out with the date, and I was like, "Oh." So, it was over Labor Day weekend, which is Skylar, my other daughter's birthday. So I was planning a birthday party, her 2nd birthday, and it was already being in the plan. I had family coming from Kansas for said party.
Oh
So
my god.
I literally was like, "Oh my god, Becca, I don't know if I can do it. We might have to tell Chris. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like that person, but like, how do I change a birthday party? Like, it's my daughter, like my family's coming in." I was like, "Let me think on it." And I think within like an hour and a half, I was like, "F it." Like, yeah, it's 2 years old. They don't remember.
Party's
Love
canceled.
you, Skylar. Love
So
you,
what do we do?
Skylar.
We just chalked it?
Yeah, so I said, "You know what? I'm gonna erase." I put her birthday for the week after, and I called my dad, and I was like, "Yo, listen." And he had watched he kind of was like a big Survivor back in the day, fan watching. So I was like, "There's an opportunity, and I'm gonna be on Survivor Delco, and like I'm changing, so you need to like switch flights and stuff. Like, don't come
Yo,
home."
you made them switch the flights? That's what I'm talking about. Steve, chalk it up.
But then meanwhile, my dad's like, "Are you going to like Hawaii?" Like, I'm like, "No, it's Delco." But
You're going to
I'm going
Delco,
5 minutes
huh?
down the road.
Yeah.
I was like, "You gotta come the next week."
Oh
That
Yeah,
is
boy.
so I
unbelievable.
like basically like uprooted my life and like made it work. So I was like, "No, you know what? I'm in." Like I just that's me. I'm like competition, whether I'm good or not, I'm in.
That makes it 7,000 times better. I had no idea that ever happened. That's sick.
Yes, yeah, I know. I'm like that crazy mom. I live in a world of chaos.
Okay, so, I haven't met you yet. I don't know who you knew going into the game. Can you tell me, like, who you knew prior? Was there any pregame
Eh.
talk? Was there any, like, "Oh, you recognize people?" Like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. So, I knew going into the game Becca. She's one of my best friends, and Lexi. So Lexi unfortunately didn't make it that far, but Lexi joined only because of me. We heard that we needed another girl, and I was like, "Yeah." And she is one of my really good friends. She's really competitive, but she's really quiet. So, unfortunately, I think the quiet kind of didn't help for her. But I knew Lexi and Becca, and I did know Connor and Bree, but only from Coco's, like not friends, but knew
Acquaintance, you
of
see them
them.
around.
Yes. So I knew all of them somewhat, Becca and Lexi the most, but me, Becca, and Lexi did have a group chat. Like we literally started like Survivor chat, and but the thing is we didn't talk Survivor game. Like our chat solely revolved around I'm so anxious and what the hell are you packing if we make it to merge because we saw season 1 was freezing cold. So we were like really stressed about the bags and like what to pack in them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Horror stories from season 1.
That sounds
like
so
literally.
like Becca.
Yes. And then we did, I think, like nonchalantly be like, how are we going to approach this? And it was more of this is a game. Like we played like this is a game and it's yes, it's team, but it's individual. So like that's kind of how we went about it. Like we didn't go in hiding it, but we also didn't go in saying, oh, like we didn't like
Got
say
it.
we knew each other. And like
Mhm,
people
mhm.
knew that like Connor, Bree, they all knew I knew Becca. A lot of people I think knew I knew Lexi because before we got on to tribes, like me and Lexi were talking beforehand. Like I was not being secretive by any means. So we basically just played it out as whatever we can do to better our game is what we're gonna do, and it's a game, and we love each other, and just get over it if we screw each other over,
True.
right? Like, we went in, like, if we can alliance together, good job. We want that, but if we can't, like,
Hey, whatever.
all for
Yeah.
one, buddy,
Hey, you
and,
made
like,
it to merge, man. Hey, I mean, hey,
that
and you know what? Good thing too. I mean, we're pushing parents' flights back. Good thing you made it to merge. Okay, you would get out
really?
first or second, man. That'd have been a tough sell watching this
Oh, I
back.
would have just cried. Oh my god, that would have been awful. I will say though, the footage was the plot of Becca and Lexi sitting next to each other during my necklace transfer to save was perfect. Walking past Lexi to put the necklace on Becca was awful. Oh
Oh,
my god. I mean, I barely could even text Lexi. After I got out of the game, my first call was to Lexi. I was like, "Forgive me." It was
Well,
bad.
and didn't she get voted out there?
that's what I was
Yes.
gonna bring up is that if she
Oh.
would have gave it to Lexi, Chris would have gone out, I'm pretty sure. I think he was the second most votes that tribal, and it would have been like
Yeah.
a crazy prediction there. But
Yeah, and
she picked the other
oh,
friend.
I truly honestly, my mindset with Lexi there was she was holding the bucket and she dropped first. Yes, I get it. That was the hardest part of that whole challenge. How
Mhm.
do we blame her, right? And then she didn't, like, pull me aside, so I was like with Chris pulling me aside, he has to be scared because that's targeting him right there. Like, turtles are like, "Why are you talking to her? Nobody else is talking to her." I pulled Becca aside. Becca didn't pull me aside when I went over there. I was like, "Becca, you wanna talk?" Like, I pulled Becca. Chris pulled me, and so I was like, "Chris is on the chopping block." If I knew anything else, I probably would have put the necklace on Lexi, assuming that
Oh,
Becca was safe anyway. But then that footage of Becca and Lexi sitting next to each other on the stump was heart wrenching because it almost looked like I was giving it to Lexi, and you saw her face. And, oh, it was terrible. I called. That was I didn't even call like my sister-in-law watching my kids, saying I'm on my way home to take a shower. I called Lexi and I was like, "I'm at 5 points. Forgive me."
what'd she say?
She was like, "You son of a bitch."
Oh my god.
That's awesome. That
Oh,
is
it was
great.
awful, awful. My most anxiety, oh my god, the most anxiety thing ever. At this point, I wish I would have just thrown it to, like, friggin' Buddy. I don't know, just like a random person that nobody would have even, like, questioned.
It's all right.
But yeah.
Um, Now switching gears a little bit, Ashley, we are friends outside of the Survivor universe thanks to our relationships with Becca. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention your upcoming fundraiser. Would you
Yeah.
care to tell the viewers a little bit about the Team Emery 5K?
Yeah, oh my god, yes, love talking about this. Yeah, so for viewers that don't know, I lost my son Emery 4.5 years ago at 40 weeks pregnant. So, after I lost him, my main goal was to spread awareness and, bring his name up every way I could. So the Team Emery fundraiser, this will be the fifth year. In 4 years, we've raised $75,000. Woo! Um, this is our fifth year. We're hoping for a huge year this year. But we do a 5K walk usually. You can run if you want. It's local fundraiser. This year it's going to be on October 10th. So the walk run starts at 8:30 at Garnet Valley Middle School. We do that walk. During that walk, we do have starting now until the walk, we have a 50-50. So last year the winner took home almost $2,000. So that's a fun thing to win if you want to join in, you don't have to be there. You'll get your money. And then after that, we go to the local Delco Cocos. Um, and we have around like 45 baskets usually, all valued around like $100 or more. Some things this year that we have is we do have all the Union players a signed jersey from all of them. We have, I believe, 76ers tickets, which is huge with
Uh-oh.
the big
With LeBron.
LeBron coming in. And then other baskets that involve like tickets, Chesco, Delco, like bars and other fun baskets. So that usually starts around 1. You do not have to be, you can come, vote, leave, or come, raffle, leave. I love how I said vote because I'm talking about
Yeah.
Survivor.
Get the
Raffle,
torches
donate.
out.
um, but yeah, so and then we'll call you if you win and all of that. But it's such a fun event, honestly. Like we have heard from so many like random people that just are at Coco's join in, and it's really just a time for everyone to kind of get together and communicate, talk, and have like a beer, some pizza, and try to win like a fun basket. So it all goes to a good cause. We donate to Angel Names Association, which is a nonprofit that donates all of their funds. 100%, none of it stays. It's all volunteer. 100% goes out to families with burial, cremation, grief counseling, and all that. So, viewers, if you want, Steve, Sal, me, I'll get you the information. And it's such a fun time. Oh my God, we have so much fun. So, come. Come one,
I
come
have
all.
gone for the last 3 years, and I don't mean to brag, but Becca and I have won the Longwood Garden tickets and the date night to the Chad's Ford Tavern 2 years in a
Yes,
row.
that's like $100 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. So
Ashley,
come.
I just want to say thank you for sharing that. That's awesome that
Thank you.
this even is all this is even happening. That's beautiful that you're doing this. Steve had sent me the Facebook group a little bit before we joined, and you got another runner on 10-10, so I'll be
Oh,
there
oh,
for sure. Yeah, we're
okay.
locked in.
Yes,
I
we
told
got
myself
someone.
I'm never, Steve, bleep me. I'm never doing another 5K again. You got me for one more. So
It's so funny. Thank you
yeah,
so much. It's so funny.
yeah,
Every
for
year I'm like, oh, I'm gonna train for this, and meanwhile I'm like freaking walking and
no, I'm gonna run my ass right to Coco's, dude. Trust me.
yes. Get the
Nah, it's
beer,
beautiful.
man.
And we'll get the link out and we'll throw the link in the video and
Oh my
everything
God,
and
thank you.
Yeah, we'll share it in the
we'll raise some money.
Discord.
And also, Ashley, talk to me. I only do 5Ks if they got shirts. I'm looking at a
Oh.
beautiful shirt right down there. Are we getting a shirt again?
We have new shirts. They're Heather
Beautiful.
Oatmeal this year. And it's so on Steve's shirt, he has it on right now. That is actually Emery's portrait, his side portrait. So we made it more personable these upcoming years. This year we don't have the middle stuff. It's just his face going across the first part of the shirt. So
I love
it's
that.
personable and they're cute, they're comfy, and it's just a nice, even if you wear it as a night shirt, doesn't matter. Someone sees it, right? It's comfy. Everyone needs a t-shirt.
It's true.
Listen, I'm all in on it. That's beautiful. Hell yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. All right, let's get back to Survivor now. So we get through the merge. We wake up. It's a rough start to the day, and you are the big swing vote. What made you decide to stay with the turtles after the merge instead of going back to the turkeys?
Yeah, this was not even that hard for me, which sounds terrible. I know this sounds so
Oh, I
terrible. I
can't wait for
shouldn't.
the comments on this one.
Oh my
I
God.
know. No.
Sal, first
I'll
TikTok right here.
Right there, dude.
let me back up. That sounded terrible, but let me back up.
No, we're
So
Yeah,
not
fuck
cutting that one. We're not cutting that one.
I'll cut this one. No, just let me like rewind to say why. So honestly, like when that swap happened, it was very evident that like me, Brie, and Becca were like done. We were done. Toast unless you made it. So when the swap happened, I remember going back because it was my original camp. So I just like immediately, I think I got out of the car like I didn't throw up in the toilet, but I went to the toilet to like decompress. Like, what? Like this is not good for me. And I was like, kind of like, I remember looking in the mirror, like, okay, everything you just did for the last 12 hours is erased. Like, you're done. Start over, Ashley, because guess what? You're on the turtles now. And who knows how the next challenge is, how many challenges we even have left before merge. You have to show yourself because only me and Bree are there. So like it's not like it was like a 6 and 6 swap. Like it was just like if we us three were just every man for himself. So I was like, you know what? Let me build this alliance. Let me see if I can. So when I got out there and, if I had to go against Bree and vote her out, which was awful. I did not want to do that, but that was my only way to show the turtles that I was fully in. And at that point, they didn't trust me. And I was like, if I vote Bree and not vote a random person, they might trust me more because I went against my own. So I was like, and regardless, one of us are out. So like it's stupid to not vote.
Yeah,
you
your
know?
rogue
Yeah.
vote wouldn't have made a difference.
I would have been like, Bree, vote me too. Like, but so when I proved that and we got back and then we'd won the next challenge, and I mean, I was just as excited as they were to win because like clearly that saved my ass. But then like I started like growing to like learn their tribe, and their tribe was more like family tribe. Like, even though they went through all the tribals, like, they had to keep voting out, it wasn't like it didn't seem like people were, like, breaking off into, like, strict alliances, one against one, right? Like, team against team. It was just a full team, and it seemed like they were just voting, like, whoever was the weakest link, right? Um, but then I came from the turkeys, and it was very evident that, like, there were 2 very separate, like, alliances going on from the beginning. It was very well known that Rosie, Steve, and, Jazzy were a strong alliance
Oh,
from
they
the
weren't even
moment.
trying to hide it.
No, and you'll see me back in the beginning, I got stuck there because, bathroom talk, Steve had said, which was shown, asking me to be in alliance with them. Prior to that, Connor had already targeted me as an alliance with him and Bree. And I was trying to kind of keeping that silent but strong because I was like, if any magical way Becca ends up on our team, we're golden.
Oh, yeah, you
Back
got
in those,
4.
back
Oh,
in
yeah.
those Connor, back in those Bree, like we are good. So I was like secretly aligned with both of them. So I was still that middleman. I try to pull in sense. Ouch, didn't know he was aligned with Rosie either. So that honestly, if I stuck with turkeys, I could have been voted out immediately. Since knew I was going against that immediately. I pulled Sense into Connors without even knowing. So I could have been really screwed, like really screwed without even knowing, thinking Sense was just like a backup player. You pull him if you can. So knowing, like, how strong they were, and then the catch-all was, the first tribal vote out when they didn't vote Becca. They went against their own tribe and
Oh, right,
voted
they went
Connor.
Connor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and I was enthused because I was like, "Let's freaking go back. I was like, you got this." But I was like, "Holy shit, I don't know what's going on over there." Uh that was mind-blowing to me. I was like, "Something happened. I'm not in it. I don't even know who I can trust." Like, how did they just vote their own out and not Becca, who's the only person who's different over there? So that was, like, the most eye-opening, like, place for me. So when we got to merge, I felt very comfortable with turtles. Buddy and Jordan were my go-tos. I felt like Buddy had my back and Jordan had my back. Me and Jordan had like an hour conversation because we were the only ones up making the campfire.
Mm.
I felt like he had my back to the end. I felt Buddy had my back. I thought turtles were like beeline strong. So I was like,
They did
I
not wanna
can't.
vote you, and you could see in
No.
that last episode, they're like, "Why are we," and even Buddy's talking to, Jordan's talking to Rosie, and obviously being a viewer and knowing C4 is a thing, like, I'm sure you didn't really realize at the time. You probably still didn't know till you got voted out. Like, yeah, they all know each other. But like nobody wanted to vote you out that like wanted to make a big move. They were like, listen, she was the swing vote for 4 votes.
Yeah,
Like, can we just keep her? Like,
yeah. It was hard, because I also grew like you saw, I grew really, you didn't see the gist of it, but, like, from, like, even I think it was, like, the 1st or 2nd episode, I did say in my confessional, I felt very close to Rosie too. So, like, we had, like, a person like, I felt like our personalities like, matched, and I felt very comfortable with her, which, I mean, clearly then I would feel comfortable with Jordan because they're engaged, so, like, they have similar personalities, so I wish I would've picked up on that. But, um, but no, so, like, it was a hard pick, but at that point, I truly was like, "The Turtles is the strongest team, and I'm staying with them because I don't know what the hell the turkeys are doing." Like, they're voting out Connor, like, they're doing whatever they're doing.
It's crazy too that they targeted you because normally you want to keep the swing vote when you don't have the numbers. I thought that was like the strangest choice when the merge started. Like, why was it you for their first target? It's weird.
I think it's truly, like that's where I think I had, like, my downfall because I went hard with that alliance, like, I told them many times, I was like, "You guys, we gotta break that up, like, if the Turtles wanna take this to the end, you have to break that alliance is strong." And so I think, getting Jazzy out really rocked the boat for Rosie, to, like, kinda take the initiative to be like, no, 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 no," like, we gotta make some other move here. And I mean, I still technically, I mean, it's me, but I would have kept me and like voted some odd cast out. Like, sorry, Chris and Heather, but like like they were a little bit more of the odd cast too. Buddy, you couldn't vote out. Jordan, you're not. Danny, you're not. But like you kind of maybe had me. So like to keep me on and vote someone else out maybe could have helped. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's just me also saying I wanted to stay longer.
Yeah.
I wish that was the case.
well,
Well,
I think I was talking to Steve and he said like you don't want to draw the line too early. You don't know when to like you were the swing vote, so you're not if we vote you out, you're not affecting, a whole alliance. But if you vote
Exactly, yeah.
anybody else out, that's a number with a number like the total number of people dropping.
Yeah.
And I think I said this off camera. I texted Steve when you got voted out, and I was like, "Why the are they voting out Ashley? Like, what the are they doing?" Like, so.
I
And sorry, Steve, I
know.
think it cut you off. You were saying something.
um, what was I saying? That's a good question. Oh, I was gonna say that, yeah, to me, Chris and Heather were like kind of the only targets they could have. But I mean, you don't know it, but Steve and Mike know Chris, so they're not gonna throw him under the bus. And then it's like Heather, but everybody gets along with Heather. But honestly, that should
Yeah.
have been like they targeted you for comp strength. Heather's social game, I thought was, I mean, really strong. Your social game was good too, though. So it's like,
Oh,
I don't
Heather
know.
had this social game, like, lined up. She's so funny. Like, I just loved every minute, like, spending with Heather, and I think it's so funny looking back too because, like, Heather day 1 was, like, so outgoing and, and, like, so theatrical, love her so much, and then day 2, she's like like, demeanor, like, changed. She was, like, a little less, like, she was like, "I'm tired," and I was like, "That's me in a nutshell, Heather. I'm you, you are me, here we are." Like, we got it, nothing left in us.
And she didn't get her
Yes.
makeup wipes either, you know?
Yeah, yeah, she
Bro, and they had a lighter, and they had a lighter.
I don't even know.
Crazy.
I mean, the amount of lighter fluid, Jordan was throwing on that fire, trying to start that fire, I thought I was gonna start on fire. Like, that lighter fluid went far. Was
Well,
not playing
Well, that's
games,
good.
we needed
Well,
we
that's
that.
we
good. It
did
didn't
have
go to the
a burning tent incident in season 1. Let's not forget. So
Well, that's why I said, I was like, "If I'm the first one up, I'm not gonna be good at this," and what do you know, I was up all night, and I was the first one up trying to start this fire.
So, kinda staying with that same you kinda answered it, but let's go a little bit deeper. So, Jazzy and Rosie had asked questions in Discord. They both wanted to know, what made you target them and Steve so hard, especially since they wanted to work with you early on in the game?
Yeah. That was hard. Like I said, like I love that alliance, but that alliance was really strong and it was really well known.
Mm.
Which it was a threat. I felt the most comfortable with the turtles because that was the last team I was on. I knew what was going on in that tribe. I didn't know what was going on in the other tribe. Um, I I had a sense that
Sense.
um Jazzy, I know. I say sense and then I'm like, God damn it, sense. Why did you go with that? No, so I kind of like going into even like when we all first met, like Rosie, Steve, and Jazzy were immediate, and I thought for sure they all knew each other outside the game. There was not a doubt in my
Oh
mind.
my god.
They know each other. Holy shit, I can't believe they're all on the same team. And it was more so that um out of that alliance, I targeted Jazzy and Steve because I was more friendly with Rosie. I wanted Rosie to like exit that and come with me because I felt so much like stronger with her. I didn't have those as deep conversations with Steve and Jazzy at that point as I did with Rosie. I thought that me and Rosie could go further in the game than I could like Steve and Jazzy, right? So um and then when I was with the turtles, like, I had I was literally just, like, word vomiting everything that was happening at the turkey tribe. I was, and that was purposeful because at that point, I had so when you see me going during my immunity challenge, I didn't say anything. I was like, "Oh, we're all, like, kumbaya sitting in a circle." I didn't give anyone anything, but then when swap happened and I was stuck with the turtles, I was like, "No, this is my only way for them to trust me." I voted Bree out and I'm gonna give them some dirt. Like, that's it. The strongest alliance over there is Steve, Jazzy, and Rosie, and if you wanna trust me, I just gave you the biggest dirt. The end.
Hey, no, I mean that's
So
It's the right
I went
move,
with
I
that.
think.
Yeah, and I went with that and I went strong because, like, that was also the only way I stay alive. You saw it. It was me against Steve, Jazzy, and Rosie, really, like, and I knew that. We got Jazzy out, but clearly, if I don't win the next immunity, boom, chopping block again. So it was just like, how can I maneuver if I break that up? Maybe I have a shot if I don't win the next immunity. I didn't. That was like my main. That's why I went so hard. It was all game. Love them so much. But it was
I mean,
I
you
came to play. Like I had to do it.
you were literally your name was I wish there's a word counter for how many times they said your name in the last 2 episodes. I don't know,
Astronomical.
again, it's unbelievable. It's even a testament that you even got that far because you were in the topic of conversation for 2.5 episodes.
You were the main
So
Yeah.
character at the start of day 2.
Yeah.
and you
I
didn't
mean,
even mean to be though. That's the funniest part. All you did was order a coffee, and here we are.
literally, yeah. I ordered black coffee and everyone went hard. No, I mean, really, since the swap, I like just applaud myself because when the swap happened, it was Connor, Becca, or I mean, it was Bree, Connor, Becca, Jazzy. I made it 5 more rounds. Destined to go. If
Now,
I made it another round, I think people would have dropped dead.
now speaking of Connor, he did bring something up when he was on the podcast, and that's the rice. You were the only winner of the rice to enjoy your own rice.
Oh my god, and I could have just dumped it.
Oh,
That I felt so bad. I did. I have a guilty conscience. I feel bad for serial killers. Like, let's be serious. And I eating that rice, I thought about like every turkey member, every bite. I was like, ooh, it was so bad.
no. What was the food like? In the sense of how hungry you were. Like I saw people eating oranges and maybe like granola bars
Yeah.
or something. But like, are we like, holy shit, give me a cheesesteak right now? Like, what's
So I feel like I'm a little biased because when I get really hot and tired, I like have a hard time eating. Like in
Mm.
general, on a daily, like
okay?
if I'm outside at a barbecue and I'm really, really hot, I cannot eat a burger if I'm hot. Like, I can't. So at that point, I was almost, like, set off by the food. I was like, "I am done." Now, the beginning of the day, yeah, I was like, "I need another mother effing banana." You saw me. I went hard. I was like, "We don't have cheese sticks over at my camp." Um, we did. They just didn't bring them out. So at the beginning when I wasn't like that hot or tired, I was like eating what I could, but then by the end of the night, I was like gagging a little bit. Like you saw me, I didn't vote on any food. I voted on the wine. It had a charcuterie board, but I just wanted that wine because I love wine and because I was like that might help me sleep at night, right? Like I was like anything to get me to sleep. I voted on the coffee next day. I wanted the coffee, but there was like pizza. There was like things were being brought out, nachos, and I was like gagging. And then at the end of it,
Oh my
like
god.
people were like sharing their food and stuff, and I tried to eat a slice of pizza, and I like I was like actually gagging, and I was like, I cannot. I just need to go to bed. Like it was so bad. So I truly think there was plenty food for everyone to be okay.
So Connor was
But
right. We need to starve these people.
Yeah, we need.
yeah,
It sounds like season 3, 4, 5. We gotta just no.
yeah, I don't think people were starving by any means.
Okay.
There was definitely no starving happening.
I love the auction. Did you feel any kind of like anxiety from the auction, like of like, oh my
Every
god,
minute.
there might be like something better coming next. Like, hold, like what's happening?
Yes.
Like,
I was, like, voting really low, like, I was like, "Oh, $20 for the wine." Like, I would, because I wasn't sure how cold it was gonna get, I didn't know if there was gonna be, blankets coming, like, I just was like at the end, I was like, "What if he just says immunity and there's only $40 left and that person gets it?" Like, I
mm,
was, like, high strung on, like, I need to get the best thing that I can, so I was voting low. Of course, that coffee came I didn't even vote that high for the coffee,
It's like $40 or
yeah,
something like that. Nothing crazy.
I, like, just internally knew, like, Ashley needs
wait a minute,
coffee, or I'm gonna,
Steve.
like,
It was $40 for the coffee.
I
It
think I
might have.
said
You were there,
40.
even if it's under anything under 100, and we got all this shit to
No,
say,
I
and
think it
nobody was
was
even voting for it.
it might have been, like, 120. So I said 40, and then I think Danny came, and then I came
Yes,
back,
I
but
think
it
you're
was,
right.
like,
Okay.
maybe under 100. It was not a lot.
It was cheap.
But I was yeah, but I was, like, full on, like, "Guys, we have, like, a whole 'nother day." What?
All right, last question about this coffee, and I'll drop it. Had that have been real money, would you have paid 80 real dollars for that large cup of coffee?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I probably would have paid that for the wine too, but I can't not have coffee. Like, that's like a if I would have woke up and not had coffee, it was gonna be bad, and that's my empathy level. I woke up, I had a hot, large black coffee. I drank it like this much, and then I was like, "Okay, like TMI, but like I have no food in me. All I have is this caffeine.
Oh,
I'm going to die."
yeah, I know
Right?
where this is going. Mhm.
Yeah, so I drank half of it and I happily was dispersing. I was like, "Whoever wants it, have it." So, it was like a social coffee and I was fine with it, but I was like, "Regardless, if I am doing tomorrow, I need coffee or, like, I'm dropping out." Like, I would have put $500 on that coffee. It was mine. The coffee was mine.
And speaking about the food, I just wanted to mention I made a note of it during this episode.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen a clip of Sense where he's not, taking some clementines, popping it in there, eating a bar. My man was eating good all day.
Ever really? Like, there was a lot of food, like, not a lot, but, like, I mean, every time we got back, like, if we wanted, like, a clementine or a banana, like, there was something for us to eat. Like, there was food. There was
the one part in the episode, I guess Rachel had she went to the bathroom or something, and
Rachel.
my wife, Rachel, yeah, sorry.
Rachel.
So, and that brings me to another question, but I don't want it to get too off topic. So just my favorite part of this episode is since he's ripping apart a cheese stick and he goes, "Chris, you dirty dog." He like throws the cheese stick
Yes,
in. It is
I love
so funny. And that just brought Steve, like you reminded me, like that dude's always just chomping on something, bro. He's just like,
Always.
he was, like, zoomed in and his eyes were like,
"You dirty dog."
yeah, eating it. Yeah. Dense, what a
Okay.
guy.
All right, let's talk about the a little bit more about this episode. Some interesting things happened during the challenge.
Mm.
Ashley, you obviously got picked to be in the first round and wound up losing to Heather. How hard was it trying to like do the challenge? Like you got to remember all this stuff, run over to a bin, everything's jumbled up, put it back in order, run back to the hula hoop. What was
Yeah.
that like for you?
So I will say I am on like the next hidden current or whatever that's called. But
Oh,
God,
Ooh.
little
it's probably
secret.
coming. Before we come out, I'm sure that will come out. But I should have just been voted out right off the bat. Like everyone should have just been like, "You're out. Like go get on jury." How embarrassing. No, because like you don't even see it. Like Chris said, like 1,700 times, like 6 items always. Like there will always be 6 items, and then I get up and I put 5, and I run back to my so confident.
Hey,
It's truly comical. But honestly, with me, and I feel like I can speak for everyone, like we are so tired. So when we came off with like the strength challenge, which my arm was like non-existent, like 17 minutes holding and balancing a ball that was like falling off the whole time. Like, what the hell was that about? And then we get to that, and my brain was done. I was not I'm terrible with memory. When we had the memory challenge prior to merge, the block colors that we did like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Mm.
I already had told my team. Like I was very honest, like I'm not good with this shit. I overthink it. I'm not good, right? So then this challenge came up and I was like, you gotta be effing kidding me. I remember the challenge from Survivor 1, like Delco 1, and I was like, F my life. And then I get chosen to be the first one. I'm like, cool. And it honestly was like it was hard for me. Like I'm not memory, like I said, but I think anyone it was very hard for because in that big bucket, like you have a red solo cup, you have a blue solo cup. Like there's difference. So like you're like
Oh, they're like a little bit off.
yeah, so you're in your head, you're like bowl, cup, vase, frisbee, something. And then you get to the bin that has like 3 different colored solo cups, and you're like, what the F color cup was it? So that was very hard. And then I clearly put 5. I do think that my 5 were correct. I just missed that flatter, whatever it was, if I remember correctly. I just missed that one in between, but I would have been correct if I would have caught that. But like regardless, I think the next round I was out.
I
There's no doubt in my mind. I
shout
wasn't winning that challenge.
shout out Sal's scavenger hunt for another challenge where items are very closely themed. He had a memory challenge in that show, and you had to like remember like signs that are held up, and 2 of them were mice, but one was a computer mouse and the other one was an animal
Oh
mouse.
no. No, I would love to be a part of this, Sal, but like if that's it, no.
I'll
You
call you
know,
up.
myself.
I'll call you up when there's no memory ones. We'll get you. We'll
Yes,
get you on all the other ones.
and you know I love a good competition.
I'll throw you on the Excel sheet. You're in.
Oh
Trials.
my.
Hey,
Trials.
Hey, listen. We are casting for the trials right now.
Oh shit.
Um, we'll talk off camera. We'll see what we can do. What was I just gonna say? Yeah, I'm not a memory guy either. Make you feel any better.
It's
I don't know
awful.
how they were. I think I was talking to Paul. He was talking about season 1. Like this is just like in passing. I think we were at a buddy's house, and he was like, "Yeah, like literally, I like your mind is just mush." And like,
Literally.
and if you're not good at memory, and you don't even get to see what the challenge is like you're just going in, like you're like, Jesus.
You saw like my hand drop and it was like the white, I think it was, and I like looked at my hand and I was like, I think I blinked like twice, like please don't be white. Please. I was like, okay, I'm lying. I was like, okay, here I am. And I was also so you don't see there too, like on the sidelines when I got out and people were getting out, I was like very anxious because I was like, I hope they don't know that I tried to lose that. So on the sidelines when people were getting out, I was like, I can't believe, which probably made it worse, but I was like, I can't believe I only put 5 out because I also was, like, mind blown that I was that stupid. But, like, on the sidelines, I was like, "I can't believe I did that," because I was also like, "Do they think I'm blowing this challenge because I'm scared that I'm gonna be out next?" Like, because it was, I knew, like, I was a name and, like, I was good at challenges, like, that was being said, and so I was, like, anxiously, like, "Do they think I blew that on purpose? Because I didn't, I'm just an idiot." So I was trying to be like, "No, guys, I'm just an idiot."
And then Steve like threw the challenge before like 1 second in, so now it's like a theme. Now you're like in your
Yes.
head. Oh
Yes,
god.
so I was, like, so, like, mind effed, like, I was like, "I need them to know, like, I didn't," but then, like, as I kept saying it, I was like, "People are like, she's lying, like, she definitely threw it." I'm like, "No."
Can you talk to us real quick about that mental part? Like, we don't know what it's like to be out here doing these challenges without food. Like I tell Steve all the time, every 3 hours, bro, I'm eating something. I'm like a baby. Like if I'm not eating every 3 hours, like we got an issue. Like what was it like? I guess like put me in your mental realm on the sideline. You lost, and there's like 5 more rounds to go. Like what are you thinking right now? Like you're on a chopping block.
Yeah.
Like what's going through your head?
Honestly, I was, like, more at that point, like, watching anxiety people thought that I threw it because I did so terribly, but, like, other than that, like, besides that being my main thought, I was like, "Who's gonna win this effing challenge?" Because in my head, I was like, I thought turtles were strong, so I was like, "We gotta have a turtle. We gotta have a turtle, or I'm out." So I was, like, nonchalantly, internally, like, cheering when every turtle won. I was like, "Okay, like, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe." But then it was, like, more like, I did so poorly there. If I make it to the next round, and if it's another, mental, like, thinking challenge, like, I'm gonna do poorly again. Like, I failed so miserably. I was so tired at that point. I was like, do I just, succumb to my misery?" But, like, there were so many thoughts going on, and at that point, I don't even think I was going back to, tribal and even eating. Like, that next day, I don't other than, like, the donut I ate, like, the one of the glazed donuts I got 2, I gave the other one away, and I drank half the coffee, and up until that point, I don't think I ate any camp food because I was just sick, like, I was tired, and, like I said, when I get tired, I cannot eat, and then my arm was killing me from, like, the other challenge before. I was just like at that point, I was like, "I don't wanna be done. I'm going to fight, but if I'm done, I'm okay." I won't
Steve,
cry. I'm okay.
Steve, did I just hear her say she gave away a donut?
Yeah, would not be me.
What? When in your life, Steve, could you recall giving away a donut that was picked to be yours? I'm not talking a dozen of donuts and you hand one out. Giving away a donut that's yours. When have you ever done that?
Uh, you've seen my girlish figure over here, and
Hourglass.
no donuts are getting given away. We might be
I
stealing
know.
other people's donuts.
Honestly,
I've
you
done it.
guys, I was sick. Not even waking up because I didn't sleep. I was sick at that campfire. I think Danny and maybe someone else split the other donut, and I was done. Like, I couldn't
That
eat.
was nice of you. Let me not take away from the fact that that was nice. So good, probably good social move. You already had a donut, but my fat ass is asking for a third. Like I
That's
don't
the
know.
thing. That's the thing. It wasn't even a social move. I was just like, "I can't freaking eat this. I'm not throwing it away." Who wants my donut? And my black coffee, you little assholes.
Got him. Got him.
Dude, this just sparked like a Delco Survivor bit. I feel like anytime there's black coffee from now until the end of time, you're just gonna be your face is just gonna be like applied to you. Maybe that'll be like a reward for season 3 or 4,
In an
and it'll
Ashley
just be
mug
your
or
face
something.
on the cup. Yeah, an Ashley mug.
We have a little, like, coaster thing that goes on the coffee of my face.
Yes, Chris. Chris, get it going.
Chris, put it in there.
He watches
Eat it.
these, so he
Dan,
locked
make
in.
it.
Dan,
Oh my
Dan.
where you
god.
putting her going?
All right, Ashley, it sounded at one point when you were back at camp like you volunteered to Buddy, like, hey, if you need to put a name out, use mine. the golden rule of these game shows. You don't want to be the pawn.
Pawn, go home.
I know. It's so funny when I saw that playing in like real time on the TV, I was like, what am I doing? I don't even remember that. I do remember like saying Heather's name because I was like, she's the only other option, maybe. So when people were asking me on like the OG Turkey tribe, I was still trying to like kind of play that game where I was like, no, I think it's Heather. Like I threw Heather's name out there. Clearly, I'm not throwing my own. So I threw Heather's name. I don't really remember saying that. And then when I watched that back, I was like, wow, you're such an asshole. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, terrible move. I don't suggest it.
I think if you now this would have been completely luck of the draw here, but if you would have thrown Chris's name out there, the way he started spiraling when Mike was talking it, oh
Dude.
my, I
I
think you might have been
know.
safe, honestly, because I think he would have used his extra vote and gone the other way
I
because he thought it was
know.
him.
And that's the thing too, is I was so like dumb at that point where like I forgot Chris even had an advantage. I'm like watching, I'm like, oh my God, that didn't even play in my head. Like clearly I
Where
wasn't
did
a
he
part of that.
when did he get what advantage does he have?
He is a
During the auction,
extra vote
he
from the
had the
auction.
extra vote. And like I was there, Sal, I was there, and I was like, whoop, like out of
Wait a
sight, out
minute.
of memory.
He bought an advantage and he said it was an extra vote at the thing or in a confessional.
No,
No, so he had told like Jordan, and then that got out.
Jordan
And so
told
Oh,
many
Jordan was
everybody.
people,
singing like church let out, bro. He was just excited to be there, man.
yeah, so many
Tap
people
out.
knew about the extra vote.
Okay,
Clearly
I don't.
not,
I
not
forgot.
I, and not I. But like it's so funny watching because like Chris is always constantly just like in the background of like footage because like that's I think I like I love you, Chris, but like I think I internally forgot he was like even in the game when I was like randomly talking because like he was always in the background and I didn't know and like I wish I would have right before my vote out when we got to the van like when we were getting to the vans where when we get into the van you can't talk to go into tribal. So right before that I had not talked to Chris at all. And it was like going to the vans, Chris said, I'm so sorry I didn't get the opportunity to talk to you. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like it's been busy. Like I'm not like so nonchalant. I'm like, you're good because I don't even remember the extra vote, the advantage. And he's like, I'm just sorry. And I was like, well, that was weird. Like, okay, like
Oh,
cool, you're sorry, buddy. Like I like that was weird. And then going into the vans, Danny had said, you're good. And then we got in the vans.
Mm,
So I was
weird.
like, I'm good. So when I got to tribal, I truly was like, I'm easily like going to get votes. Like that's obvious. But with Danny saying that, I thought for sure, like Danny and Jordan were together and she said, you're good, you're good. I was like, holy shit, I might make another round. Like, oh, let's go. Like I'm back in the game. And that really threw me off. So
It's funny
Damn.
the
And
the
then
way you explain that to in my head, just like looking back at it, obviously, it's Chris is warning you play an idol if you have one, and Danny is trying to get you to if you have an idol, don't play it because we
don't
want to
play.
get you.
yeah, I didn't pick up on any of that.
You didn't
Any
have an
of
idol
that
anyway,
right
so
before the Vans conversation. I was like, "Ooh, what's going on?"
now
And
I oh,
go ahead.
all
You
right,
go ahead.
I'm gonna bring this up because I was there while you were spiraling when you were looking for this idol.
In the bushes.
Did you see on on the episode this week we zoomed in and the idol is in the siding of the house
I could literally,
I mean, arm's length away.
the whole
I
time,
could,
all day.
Wait, nobody
you
found
know,
it that episode.
you know how many times I was next to that spot all day. That was my camp all day. Even swap, that was my camp. And even during before swap, I was searching for idols all day. Steve knows. He was videoing me in bushes. He was videoing me just randomly opening. I was underneath like this swing that was on the ground. Like I was effing searching. That
Oh,
last episode, I was in a goddamn bush. I was searching because I said I like it wasn't filmed, but I was going hard. I said my only chance is a goddamn idol. I knew it. And I'm searching and that thing at one point I was talking like 2 feet away from me and it's just sitting there. And at one point Mitch, so when I ended up getting out, Mitch, love him, season 1, he was videoing. That's who had gotten it on video. And he said to me, I wanted so badly to tell you, but I knew I'd get yelled at. And I said to him, I wouldn't have taken it. I can't be this,
Wow.
I couldn't, I wouldn't have done it because it would have been dishonest to my game. But like,
Well, the problem was when we first got to camp, we told you guys about the spot like up top, and we wanted you to kind of like be there the whole time. But the mosquitoes up there, dude, they were crazy. So we couldn't be up there. And
yeah,
it wound up being like the spot everybody hung out at was where it was hidden. So nobody's gonna look right there. Like you look in like the food bin or whatever. But
yeah,
Damn.
spicy.
that damn idol. It will haunt me.
No idols played yet this season. I haven't. Nothing has been played yet. Not a single advantage was played yet.
Yeah.
Obviously
Only
not.
buddies, which was like the advantage that he won for the game, for like the not like the he didn't have
Oh
to
right,
bid
Yeah.
right, and also not talked about is you were third on that challenge. It was you, Jazzy, and him, right?
Second. I held that mother effing thing out for 17 minutes and 45 seconds. Do you know how hard that was?
Me and Steve were talking about it in the last episode. I couldn't put my arm out like this for 5 minutes without
With
holding
nothing.
something.
Yeah.
Like the whole time, my balls are just like going off. I'm trying to block it with the wind. I like people were like, at one point, I remember they were like about to go, and I hear them, like everyone that was out. And because at that point, it was like, I think it was just me, Jazzy, and Buddy, and my balls were like, whoop, like falling off, and I got it under control. And I remember hearing, I think it was Heather, like, well, she has kids, she can balance it. And I said, I wanted to be like, this has nothing to do with kids. I can't feel my arm. That was hard. That was easily my hardest challenge to date. Easily. I couldn't feel my arm for a whole week.
Yeah, I mean that's just you being a badass. That has nothing to do with like having kids. I mean, you're just in it. You're in it right there, and you're like, and this next to me. Sorry, Steve. Damn it.
It's all right.
Oh, you're like
Apologies,
this
grandfather.
this dude next to me's got 2 balls. I got 3 swinging around. Like, again, I don't know how who comes up with these challenges. Chris is a demon. That was a big endurance challenge, and like not talked about. You guys are sitting on the sidewalk. Like people could just like be walking their dog and just watching all these people.
Cinder block.
Yeah,
Just
like
a cinder block, wind flying, bees coming. Like it was just a lot going on.
I'm telling you, we mentioned the mosquitoes at camp. We got the bee or fly on Heather, and then I've got another question written on this sheet here. But Danny with the bug at Tribal, what was your experience with the bugs like on this show?
It's so funny. I don't know. I mean, like maybe it's like my Kansas in me, but like maybe I put a lot of bug spray on. I don't know because I did like I did bring bug spray, so unless it was strong, but like they didn't really bother me. Like I don't really remember the bugs bothering me, but I'm also like that person. Like I'm the mom that like goes out, grabs the lightning bug, pulls the butt off, and you have like the ring light up on your hand, right? Like I don't mind bugs. I will pull a dead locust off the tree and like chase my kids around with it. So maybe it was like that mentality. They weren't getting to me. But the bugs
felt different.
Yeah, it was different for me with the bugs. Now the sun, I think I like put on a whole thing of sunscreen within like 24 hours. But the bugs, like I was just like, whatever, they're fine, whatever.
Yeah, the bugs. Steve, me and Steve text. I text Steve probably like 38 times a week because again, I've never seen this. So we're talking about like what's gonna happen next, and he's like, "Well, this could happen or this," and I'm like, "Oh, you know, and I don't." And we're talking about like the what ifs and everything. And Sense had a really good question. This is kind of a segue. Sense had a really good question. He had said, were you downplaying anything about your game? My read on you was that you're actually you were very strategic and tactical, and you were doing a good job of throwing people off of that.
Love Sense so much. I feel like he gave me like the most credit in this game. So thank you, Sense. Appreciate that. And I never even knew that. So um but no, honestly, coming into this game, I knew I wanted to be whether it hurt me or not, my main focus was to like show my strength, and I knew that could hurt me. It's the game of Survivor, but I came onto the game to basically say like this is me just showing my kids that you can be strong. So like I went into the game saying I was going to be competitive, and that's what I did. I didn't ever try to downplay that. I never try to lose the challenge. So I went in with that mentality, and then also, like, I never really downplayed my, like, me being vocal. I mean, by any means, season 1, you saw me, like, throw Steve completely under the bus, saying, like, "You should be the leader," and he hated every minute of that.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, like, I was very outspoken. I was talking to the crew, like, to the cast. I was like, "Yeah, no, like, you're loud, and it looks like you'd be the best role for that." Like, I wasn't, like, trying to, like, hide my personality by any means.
And even in the
I was
beginning, what Chris asked you a question before you're even on a tribe, you're like, "I'm just playing for my daughter right now. Like, I want her to
yeah,
see that like I can do some shit." And I'm like, right
yeah.
immediately there now, oh shit, here we go. I said they're in for it.
Yeah, like, I didn't try to, like, hide it. Now, I think the thing is, like, with Sens's question is, like, I came on and, like, was, very well known that I was the oldest. I was the only mom, like, and I was playing with, a younger crowd where, like, maybe the people didn't expect that from me. So maybe that was on them, they didn't expect it, but, like, I went in, like, pretty freaking honest, like, I'm playing the game, playing those challenges. You saw me play the challenges. I did the best that I could every single time, and I was pretty freaking honest, and not only that, I was never like, "Oh, I am with you through and through," until I got to the turkeys or the turtles, sorry. See, I'm so switched around because I've been on every freaking drive. But with, like until I got to the turtles, like, I was never when I got to the turtles, I was like, "You have my back. I am with you. That is it." And
Damn.
I stayed true to that. Now the turkeys, Steve pulled me aside, Connor pulled me aside, and I said, "Oh, yeah, this sounds good. Yeah, I'll be with you. This sounds good." But it was never a definite. Like, that was never and so it's like, yeah, I kinda lied and, like, played like, stretched the truth there, but until I got to turtles, I said I was sticking with them, and I stuck with them. Like, I played my game. That's how I had to play it. So I feel like there wasn't really I think more people just doubted my gameplay. They doubted how I would come into the game, and they didn't expect it. And then I came in doing what I did, and it was just like, "Oh, shit."
Well,
I mean, by
again,
the end, you were. I mean, I'm trying to think. Maybe Buddy is the only bigger target than you, like in day 2 at all. I mean,
Buddy.
everybody talking like she's a challenge threat, she's a social threat. Like, kind of put on a little bit of a clinic over there.
Yeah. Yeah, kudos to Buddy. Love my buddy.
Well, Jazzy didn't love Buddy. Uh, now that question was from Sense, but I did want to bring up something about Sense that I noticed in this episode. Sal, we've talked about this in previous podcasts where Sense has kind of like laid low, been under the
hmm,
radar. But did you guys notice that Sense like flipped a switch this episode? It felt like he was just dialed in and C4 is like ready to go.
For me, I like during the episode, like playing real time, I still didn't catch that. Since to me during that game was still like that backup, like safety net for the turkeys. So I didn't catch it until I was watching it. And when I was watching as like kind of like a bystander, I was trying to pretend I didn't know anything was going on because I was like, let's see. But yes, when watching it, I was like, "Oh shit, Sense is coming out to play."
mhm. That
Like,
comment is at that tribal, bro. Like, bro.
It's like
Like, nobody
C4.
even laughed either, and no one's gonna get credit. Nobody even breaks a spot. I think Jordan, he starts to like kind of chuckle because he's in the back row and no one can see him. But I think you're right. I think Sense is he's playing a
he threw
game
that
that
out hard.
Yeah, and I think he appreciates the game you played by the question he asked
Yeah.
because he wanted to play how you were playing the whole time. Like, just
Yeah.
being like a badass, like, just basically open, like your back's against the wall, but doesn't matter. You're winning the like, I think he liked that.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, I love Sin so much. So, I didn't know any of all of this. So, right, like, during the game, I had no idea what's going on, even though you're there. Like, you're there real time and you have no idea what the hell's going on. And, like, watching back, I'm like, "Oh, Sin even, like, his vote out when he put Ashley and, like, he really just, like, I was like, thank you. Like, since just, really, like, made me feel like I was important there. So, since kudos to you, and I mean, ultimately, he's playing way better game than I am. He's still in, so he is, and he's coming in hot. We just saw it. He laid that C4 bomb at Tribal, and it's going far.
Um, yeah, it's been really fun to watch. Just I mean, and everyone's games too, right? Like it's not, everyone's playing like a different game. Some messy, some not. I mean, we got Jordan just chirp, chirp, chirp. And now, granted, he's telling his fiance about Buddy steal a vote, and he was like, "Yeah, he's got it." Now since now that you're voted out, there is a clear line that's now being drawn, and like shit's about to go hectic. Do do we think like, so as a jury member, you don't watch the challenges as I've heard. So you just see the tribals, correct? Is that correct?
Um, so we're kind of there, but like we're not like really paying attention. We're like talking amongst ourselves as jury members while like sitting in the outcast I mean, I really didn't watch them because I was so mother effing tired. At one point, I was like sleeping on the couch in Sam and Mitch's house for like 15 minutes because I was like, I can't do this. So like not really paying attention, more there just for the trials or the jury like part of it. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I think it's cool. Now, okay, so this is to bring me to my question. You Jazzy went home, got a shower, got some food. Do you live close enough to where you could have went home, like said hi to
Yeah, yeah.
everybody?
Yeah, so it was actually like weirdly perfect timing for me to get out because it was leading up to nap time. So, I knew being gone all day, coming home to see the kids were it was gonna be very hard leaving. So,
Mm.
when I got out of the challenge, I think it was roughly around like 12:31 PM. Like, second challenge was late. And, I got in the car, I drove home. Chris kinda said, like, 45 minutes, dude, like, you like 45 minutes, and I'm, like, 10 minutes from where it is, so, I got in my car, I was like, "That's fine, I don't need to wash my hair," even though I need to wash my hair. I just need to, like, wash my body. I washed my body, like, gave Charlie a hug. Skylar was sleeping and, like, went back. I stopped at the beer store, got a six-pack, and, like,
2 for 2.
got on my way back, and then I was there at the very ending of the last challenge and made it back for tribal.
Nice.
It
That's
wouldn't
awesome.
be Survivor Delco. People weren't stopping for beer on the way to Tribal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jazzy did it too. I mean, we're 2 for 2 on that. That's beautiful.
Only it brought me back. That was the only thing bringing me back. No black coffee. I needed, like, literally Sam Adams summer.
All right. So speaking of, going home and seeing your kids, Rosie had another question in the Discord. She wanted to know what Charlie's favorite scene of you has been this season.
Oh my gosh. I love Rosie for asking this. Love Rosie. This is why I wanted Rosie to be with me. Um, no, so probably two things. So Charlie thought it was very silly that I voted for the black coffee. So watching it, she was just giggling because Heather's whole like after that, she was giggling at Heather so much. Like she's like, well, my mommy likes black coffee, so she was like commentary. But then like right after, God, I hate my life for this, but she literally right after was like, Mommy, could you say wine?
Oh my god.
I was
That is
like,
A whack trick.
Pulling me out on me. Yeah,
As you're probably drinking a glass, like
yeah, so that was probably the part that she like giggled the most at. She thought it was so silly. But her favorite challenge to date is when the last, not the last, but the second to last, right after waking up, the holding and balancing the balls. She thought, because there were so many times that like it was like kind of, I think, zoomed in on me about to lose the balls and then getting them back. And every time she like jumped off the couch and she was like yelling at me, like, why would you do that? But then I got the balls back and she was like, oh, good job, mommy. Good job, mommy. And I'm like, oh, wow, what a support system I have. But yeah, she was very in tune to the 17 minutes of hell.
that's true Philadelphia sports right there, Steve.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. She loved every
That's deep.
minute. And still to this day, shout out to Rosie. Charlie is team Rosie right now. She got the Oreos and the auction, and Charlie won't let that up. Rosie is her favorite cast member to date yet. She
Wow.
chose her over me.
Wow.
I know.
Cutthroat.
I know.
My grandparents, well, my grandfather specifically, said something to Chris. So we had the bridal shower this weekend, and my grandfather saw Chris and goes, "Something's wrong with you. You got rid of another one of my favorites." And Ashley's gone.
Oh no.
Oh, I love him. Oh my God. I'm going to give him a hug.
So recently we've started a new segment, Chris's Final Tribal. So we're gonna go get some questions from Chris. Chris would like to know, what surprised you the most about yourself playing the game?
Um, Honestly, I think just like my ability to keep going. Because I only knew Becca and Lexi, like I said, and they were on the other tribe. So I was kind of just like left to grow those relationships. And I could really talk to a brick wall, honestly. So I was like, "Ah, I could probably do this, but um just moving forward in the challenges, even after the swap, and still being able to continue through the game. Um, I'm just like proud of myself at that. Like, I mean, when the swaps happened and like my team was the first challenge loss, my family members were like, You're up and gone. You're gone, you know. So just the ability to like make it through like basically five, what was it? Like whatever, 4 or 5 more people was huge for me. Yeah, I didn't have, like, the easiest, go around. I just
Oh,
kept getting thrown into
I
the
mean,
middle person.
Oh yeah, you had a tough road, but I mean you got pretty far. I mean,
Yeah,
top
I'll
10, right?
take it. I'll take it.
All right, let's go to Chris for another question. All right, Chris asks, if you played again, what is something that you would do differently?
oh,
Okay, maybe start out a little stronger with building an alliance. I feel like from the beginning, I was always that middle person, it didn't matter. Like, I was Jazzy, Steve, Rosie, but, like, not fully in, and I was, like, Connor, Bree, me, not fully in. I feel like if I would have started immediately with, like, growing a really big bond there, I could have, like, just maybe that was it's hard because, like, that swap really, like, hurt me, so, like, that wouldn't have helped in the long run because I already had left that group, and I think I still would have stuck Turtle Strong because I didn't know what was going on in the other group, but, I think maybe starting a little stronger with, like, growing a little bit stronger alliance and not being, like, the middleman, because being the middleman it can be a little scary.
Yeah, you said you
Right?
felt a really good bond with Rosie, so maybe just like, even though they asked you to be like a part of their alliance, like maybe going to get Rosie alone and being like, look, like I know
Yeah.
we have a bigger alliance, but like maybe like a final two pact or something like that.
Yeah, and like you do see like earlier episodes, like Rosie, like when Steve was trying to make that alliance, Rosie was the only one out of him, Jazzy, and her that said me. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we could probably get Ashley." Like it was kind of like a
Mm.
yeah. But I was like, if I could have really like like made myself a little bit more, I think I could have made some difference if I would have stuck Turkey Strong at least. But yeah, and then when I got to Turtles, I was just like Jordan and Buddy were my guys. That was hard. Jordan backstabbing me was hard to see. I thought I had him.
Tough. Tough.
It's
There are vibes, guys.
it's
That's tough.
just the worst when someone that you think you can trust stabs you in the back.
Yeah.
It be
The
your own
game.
people.
They really do.
It's the game. It's the game.
Oh, one thing I do want to bring up though, a little bit of a follow up to Chris's question here. He did say if you played again, would you play again?
Oh my God. I would 100% play again. Are you kidding?
Wow, it's about
Yeah.
time.
I don't know if like if people would want to see me over other people. I'm what, number 10, number 9. I don't even know what I am here. I'm a part of the jury. That's what I am. But I think that I brought some fun. Uh and and like clearly like I was like kind of a hidden gem. Maybe I could come back, maybe not. But I would easily come back. Oh my God. I would love it. I loved every minute of playing. So and I have like a little knowledge. Maybe I could go a little further. Who knows? I don't know.
Chris, you heard it first, brother. Right here.
Redemption season.
Yeah, here I
There is
am.
talks of all stars coming around. We've been trying to get more and more out of Chris. He's not giving us much, but we know 3's filmed, and 4's like they're starting to cast for it. 5 they're looking at all stars. Hey, he's watching every one of these episodes, so he'll put your name
Yeah.
down.
I mean, I'm always like the go-getter, so come get me. I'll change my daughter's birthday again, Chris. Don't
Hey,
challenge me.
let's
Don't
go.
challenge me.
There you go.
So I've been on the crew for a bit now. Enjoy it. Plan to be on the crew going forward. Is that something that interests you at all, or do you have a busy enough schedule working crew at home with the kids running
Yeah.
around?
No, so I did partake for a little bit of last season. I wasn't able to stay long. I told Chris like if I'm available, I'm there. Unfortunately, it was the weekend my husband was away. So, I did go to season 3 and I saw a little bit. Me and Charlie went. So Charlie got to
Oh,
see like the bright lights and the camera action. So we got to see a tribal and we got to see a challenge, which was really, really fun. I would absolutely love to like be one of like the like even if I'm setting up doing whatever, I would love to help more. It's just depending on the weekend, but I would love to be a part of it. You grow such great friendships. So anyone that was on season 1 that's now like crew for season 2, season 3, whatever all that is. And then season 2 cast was helping for season 3 crew. Like it's like it's not a cult, but it's a cult,
I
right?
mean,
Like
it pretty much is.
yeah, so I just love everyone so much. I love them all so much. I love being around them. I love talking to them and catching up. So when and if I'm available, here I am.
that's awesome.
Love
It,
to
it
do
is
it.
it is really good vibes, and like just knowing Chris and
Yes.
growing up with Kyle and Paul and all these guys, like just knowing the core group and how much it's expanding, and like me and you are never talking if it's not for Delco Survivor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just like a cool, it's just like an awesome little thing that Chris has built.
And
So
also,
many people. Oh,
if
I was just gonna say so many people I never knew that like now I have such great friendships with.
Mhm.
So it's a great experience.
I was gonna say, for anyone that's still with us an hour and a half into this episode, if you would like to see Ashley in another season of Survivor Delco, let us know in the comments below.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, ooh.
This was so much fun. Like this podcast is so much fun. The game was a blast. Clearly, I wish I would have went further. Many things I could have changed, but I was that swapper. It was hard, and just happy to be here and to do it. So here I am, and you better freaking vote for me, people.
Ashley, are you? How do I ask this? Are you related to or know Adana at all?
Adana Plasha is my
Yeah.
mother-in-law.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So my wife worked with her at Cozy for like years.
She will die. She loves Cozy. That's her favorite job ever.
Dude, it's hers too. Tell her that
Oh,
at the time her name was Rachel McLennan.
oh my God, she is going to literally die.
Text
Oh,
her
I
and be
cannot wait to get. I want to call her. I'm going to wake her up.
so I will just say that the minute this show started, Rachel knew a couple people from Coco's, like she knew of Becca, but you were her number one because
Oh,
of your mother-in-law. So when you
my-
get voted out and she's like, "Motherfucker." So you were like her, you were like the camp, you were number
oh,
one in the Campese house. So I just wanted to let you
oh
know that.
my God. Thank
Yeah.
God bless Rachel, and my mother-in-law is a saint. So there it makes sense.
Small world.
Yeah.
Well, Delco,
Delco.
Go.
Yeah.
How funny.
Holy shit, what an episode. Ashley, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, Ashley,
Oh,
we loved having you. Hate to see you go from the show, but there is only one thing left to say.
Delco has spoken.